Okay. Remember when I made a video, for those who've been around, remember when I made a video about the Oregon Duck hype? Is Oregon hype overrated? This was a game that was an excellent example of what I was talking about. You didn't lose. You lost to your little brother. You lost to the goddamn Beavers. Tyler just, look. The first interception, I get it because of the font. But what was that other play? I mean, and plus this guy doesn't know how to slide, for crying out loud. So, you had a chance with all the hype that was going. And I do mean it. All the hype. How you were doing a great recruiting team. How you started 3-0. And all that stuff. Did no one ever question the first game against Stanford against the run? Or how Tyler has struggled somewhat? Did no one ever question the UCLA game? How in the world UCLA got 35 points against us? Did none of you all question that? Did no one question that to the start? From the start. I get it. The recruiting last season brought the hype. Yes. So did last season. And you know what happened? Disappointment. Disappointment again with the Ducks. Now, do I have to blame it all on the quarterback? No. I'm not going to blame it all on Tyler. He made a few dumb plays and he doesn't know how to slide. He doesn't know when to decide to slide in the right moment. In fact, let's be for real. When our new quarterback for next season, the 5-star one, he's definitely going to win the spot. No, there's no doubt about that. But my God, you gave up to what guy? Jefferson? 226 rushing yards. That is a rivalry record. A rivalry record? You were favored by 13. And I'm going to say it again. The hype, this game, like I said before, this hype, even before the Pac-12 shut down at first, I'm going to say it again. The hype was overrated. Okay, yes, I'm an Oregon fan. But guess what? I'm an honest fan. I'm not a biased fan. You want me to be biased? I'm an honest fan. Not biased. For crying out loud. Even if you did win this game, let's say you did, how would you impress the committee? All your games, especially the last two of this one and the UCLA one, how are those games impressive? And you know what, Oregon? Even with a little shot at the Pac-12, and I don't even expect the Pac-12 to even make. I didn't expect them to make it in the first place, because 6 games, just 6 games, that's not going to be enough for any Pac-12 team to make it to the playoffs. It was not going to be enough. But my God, still, you had a chance at least. So right now, the Pac-12's only hope is USC. And we know what's going to happen to USC. They've been pulling off some of the same things as Oregon has lately. It's true. They've both played somewhat similar against the opponents. USC has won some close games, hasn't lost yet. Oregon won some close games, and they lost this one. It is pathetic. It is an embarrassment. Do I blame, like I said before, I don't blame all Tyler. I blame the defense. Hyped up defense. This hyped up defense is an equivalent of the Seahawks defense. Oh, Jamal Adams, Quentin Dunbar. Oh, the hype of that secondary. Oh, with Bobby Wagner. Oh! And look where you are now. You're basically in that situation. There is no improvement. Last year's defense was a great defense. What about this year's defense? Your weakness is the run game. And true, the secondary gave pathetic passing yards. You don't know how to tackle. You don't know how to stop a run. And once in a while, you don't know how to stop the pass. But you know what? We Oregon fans, we're used to pain. We're used to pain. We're used to this. So what's the hope of Oregon now? You gotta win 3 straight. You gotta win 3 straight. You have to. But even if you do, you're still knocked out. Now, do I think this is heading to an era of like Mark Helfrich with Mario? No, I don't think that. I don't think that of Mario. Even though defense is just weak and pathetic. This defense is pathetic. UCLA was like, I believe was dead last season of the Pac-12 South. And the Beavers were dead last season of the Pac-12 North. How in the world did you somewhat barely beat UCLA and you lost to Oregon State like this? You know, it's just amazing how a year goes by so quick. You had everything last season. You had the right quarterback, the right defense. You know what? I'm still going to just look at that season saying that was an Oregon team that could have done something in the playoffs. But they lost to Auburn because of a Hail Mary type of style and a loss to ASU. But honestly, this is just pathetic. Now, like I said before, I didn't expect any Pac-12 team to make it. I didn't expect it. I mean, even the way how it was going to, even if we did not cancel games, non-conference games, just like we played a non-conference team, Oregon was set up to play North Dakota, Ohio State, and Hawaii. They would probably lose from what Oregon's been playing. They probably would have lost to Ohio State badly. No joke. They probably lose to Ohio State pathetically. And when you got your chance of a only conference schedule, this is what happens. A shot. Once again, you had a shot. And sadly, you blew it. Your next 2 games, you have to win. You have to win the next 2 games. You got Cal, who have not won a game yet. And if you lose to them, the North belongs to the Washington Huskies. No, to me, that's how it would go. Because the only competitive team Oregon has right now left is Washington. To me, it was going to come down to the Huskies and Ducks. I'm still staying by that. I'm still staying by that prediction. But now it is tight. It's tighter than ever. You have to win 3 straight. You got to win the next 2. And you're in the Pac-12 championship. And you got to win the Pac-12. There's no other way. But even if you do, it doesn't get you to the playoffs. And even if a team like USC does go undefeated, they will not make the playoffs. Oregon was the best chance of the Pac-12 to make the playoffs, even though there really was not going to be a chance. It's pathetic. At this rate, we're most likely going to see Cincinnati in there. Or BYU. I don't think it'll be 2 SEC teams. I definitely don't think it'll be 2 Big Ten teams or an ACC team. There's no way I do not see Notre Dame and Clemson making the playoffs. I just don't. Because to me, if they do meet in the ACC championship game, which they should, like, Trevor Lawrence will be back and maybe Notre Dame will really bounce down. But who knows? Who knows what happens? But really, overall, the season of the Ducks is over. It's basically over. You gotta hope for next season you do better with a better quarterback, hopefully a better defense. We got like 2 games to go, you know? No excuses. You gotta win these 2. And even maybe a slight miracle. Who knows? A slight miracle could happen. But I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. So, Ducks lost this one, 41-38, over the freaking Beavers.